Hello, every folks, and good morning. Welcome to a very excited review, preview, almost quite launch day, first impressions kind of deal here for Spirited Thief. So this is a game that was, to be completely honest, not even on my radar whatsoever. Basically, I love a good stealth game. I love a good strategy game. It's very rare that you see both of them combined into one thing. But yeah, personally, I completely had not heard about this as a concept until the other day there, where I was sitting along playing some Metal Gear Acid 2, and then sure enough, I just get a message like, "Hey, have you heard of this thing? Do you think it might be up your alley?" I'm like, "This looks like exactly what I'm looking for right now." So let's go ahead and kind of cover what this is, because I think this might appeal to many of you guys. But anyway, let's get into it here. So obviously, I'm just barely getting into the second third of the game here. But the way that this works, you have a team of units that you get sent in on heists for. And from what I understand, these units may potentially be swapped out later. Like right now, it's still a set team that's been growing and expanding and all that kind of thing. You got your your upgrades on different things for different abilities you can swap in for all of your people, which I have to say, I really appreciate the little touches that they've done in this one, because there's a lot of little nods to the not only the ways that you complete the levels, but the just kind of like little side objectives and things like that. Like for example, in one of the maps, this guy was essentially given a much shorter list. Like you can tell that there's missing slots on this list, and what does that mean in one of these games when there's somebody whose list caps out at like 2 things right there? Well, that means they're probably disappearing right away, right? Well, it turns out that actually the empty slots on lists are basically like from optional objectives and things like that. So here I was thinking like, oh, they brought this guy as a joke character. He's going to get killed off immediately. Cue him disappearing from the story, only to come back with an extra skill because this was completed during one of the missions here. So there's a lot of little details like that, so like little nods to the way that you're handling the maps, little nods to those moments when here, let me see if I think it was this one. Let me go back to the controller that I'm used to here. Just so you know, part of this map will be scouted out because this is in replay mode right now. But basically, when you're going and sending your people in, there's going to be like little extra objectives and whatnot. Actually, wait, shoot, I think I went to the wrong map here. Anyway, point being, like, if you discovered something early on, like in one of them, actually, let's go ahead and switch over to that other level so I can show this. Because I don't know where those are in this one, but I sure know where stuff is for this one. So, like when you're going through something like this right here, like we have a case where you start off with a scouting phase where you basically get send in your ghost here to go and scout out the map and mark targets and whatnot. And bear in mind that when she's going through, like you may notice that we've got a line of sight on some people. Basically, they can go in and they can mark certain units to be able to follow them around. So, okay, I guess we don't have it on this map yet. But for example, if we decided to mark this guy, essentially they would always be able to have a line of sight over where that guy is, how they're patrolling, all of that kind of stuff. And so the idea is you're exploring the map, you're kind of figuring out the traps of the location, you're figuring out what their patrol patterns are, and figuring out what kind of distractions you can potentially do. Alright. So, like, for example, we see that down here there's an alarm bell, which if we were to send somebody down here to activate the bell during the actual raid, it'll mean that the caution level goes down. And so, like, the behavior of all the guards will be changing based on the current caution level of the entire place, which is constantly ticking up. Where by default they're just maybe, sleeping or patrolling around or watching over specific locations until eventually they just start getting super trigger happy and like spazzing out all over the place. And it gets really difficult to even get past basic rooms. But yeah, so you customize all of your team's loadouts and whatever else, you send them in on this heist, and then you're basically just left to your own devices to figure out how to plan this heist. And I do mean completely to your own devices. Like, they'll mention if you do a map faster or slower or anything like that. But as far as I've seen, you're not actually graded on the amount of time because, frankly, you're making it easier on yourself by completing it quicker. Like, for example, also if we were to to go up here, they'll realize that there's an explosive thing up here, which basically will cause a diversion, which means that this entire map ends up devolving into finding the right keys for multiple sets of doors to get past these ones, to go then get these guys to go leave their posts, and then essentially causing everybody to go this way. But if you want a perfect run, how do you go about robbing one of them in the middle of getting them distracted to another room you never plan to go back to? Well, that's when you go back to all of your abilities that you can put on all of your people. Like, for example, I think one of my favorite ones so far is the fact that you can put down a pet rat that'll just go and loot somebody the next time there's a looting opportunity on the tile that they're standing on. So, like, if we go over to our main guy right here, it's like right here, it's drop a trained rodent on the ground that will steal anything or everything from the next guard that's walking by. And originally I thought you put them off to the side and wondered if it wasn't working, but no, you just drop them on the tile that you want somebody to get robbed. So like you see somebody's patrolling in a certain direction, they have a key that you want, you basically walk out of cover, you drop your rat down, you run back into cover, and then they'll just scurry the thing back over to you. But then at the same time, you got your knockout options, you got your invisibility options to just basically give yourself a free mulligan. You got glue traps that'll cause somebody to get stuck in place. You got traps that'll kill somebody. You got go and give yourself buffs and things like that. But anyway, it's nice, Actually, come to think of it, you can even double blackjack here. So, let's see. You can only equip one blackjack at a time. Dang it, I guess you can't double blackjack, though. That does sound a bit more appealing. Anyway, so yeah, like your ghosty here can go and drop down curses and hexes or glyphs and whatnot, where depending on, let's see, like lay a glyph that will inflict a curse for 2 turns on every guard when triggered by any of your thieves. The effect of the curse improves with the danger level, whether they're slow, trunk-rooted, blinded, or stunned. Anyway, but yeah, so like they're going in, they're booby-trapping the place, you're learning their booby-traps and turning them against them, you're sending in the ghost to try to figure out where all the hidden stuff is. Like, when you're going and replaying these become a lot more obvious. Because the first time through, I found that there was a hidden wall right here and tapped it and got this the snake statue, and then realized later that there was a little opening right over here that I'd missed. So there's probably a secret over there, and ended up missing this entire wing of the mansion. Like, these maps get pretty friggin' big pretty darn quick, and it just becomes a really big, fun puzzle to go through. So either way, if this is the kind of experience that you're looking for, it is a really, really dandy time. Yeah, they're about to get caught. Let's just go ahead and switch over to the other phase here. So let's go ahead and bring our flashbang thief along, since you can swap him out on the repeat playthroughs. So, like, let's say in this case we don't have a key for that door yet, and we're going to be setting off the alarm by opening up this door. I feel like this is probably going to become a thing for every single map, but you are automatically triggering an alarm as soon as you run through the door, which means that you're automatically on a countdown as soon as you get ready to go. And like you can see, there's a lot of attention paid to the details on layouts and things like that. So like down there on the bottom, you can see that there's these little strings that are running along, right? So these little strings are connected to the switches. And so like the switches are all connected to the interconnecting doors over here. So all of these will essentially will cause traps of different kinds to go off. So like right here, if I run him over here, I might be able to avoid this guy's little vision cone here, because he'll turn around and he should walk right past us, but she probably will have a bit of a harder time going in this direction. So either way, we're going to send her here, and we're just going to have her wait for the moment. As soon as our guy on the right's through the door, she can go ahead and trigger this lever right here, and he should just barely be able to hopefully make it behind this guy. There we go. Because we see that those ones are going to activate into spikes in just a moment. So now she can go ahead and open the door, and every action that you take is basically a free action. That is to say, anything like a lever, if there's a pickpocket or something like that. So like right here, we can quickly slide over here, pick this guy's pockets, and then go over this way, in order to try to get that perfect run rating, which I've almost gotten on most of Chapter 1 here. It's this one and the next one, I think, that are still missing it. Let's see how quick this thing is. Actually, so let's go ahead and grab that. We'll use our... Do we want to use our free blackjack? Maybe. Okay, but it only lasts one turn. Okay, whatever. That's fine. That seems like an improvement over the last one anyway. So, he'll go ahead and run in this direction, because we want to get a hold of that key over there. But he needs to be able to go over here. He needs to go change that alarm. And again, you can handle this in whatever order you like is the fun part here. Like, the idea is literally just... Like, right now, it just says create a distraction. But in order for that distraction to have a purpose, we want to get the keys to be able to run past them in the first place. To get access to the keys, we need to buy ourselves time, so we want to go and maybe do some delaying actions on all the rest of these guys here. So we'll go run in this direction, set those ones up, go ahead and drop our little ratty over there, and we'll go over this way, because we see that the guy on the bottom is patrolling around, but the one on the top can't patrol there due to those spikes in his way. So now we go ahead and circle over in this direction. And we'll see about doing more... Oh, well, she ended up getting caught. But the thing is, they also have different reactions based on how alert they are. So, like in this case, he doesn't really know that they're being robbed quite yet. He knows that there was a noise and that he saw something. So we just get out of his vision real quick. We go ahead and tell him, no, there's no alarm, it's fine. And then we go over this way. That guy's kind of patrolling back and forth, not paying a whole lot of attention. They're just kind of, being a little bit dazed about what they're doing. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and turn that off real quick. We'll turn off the spikes real quick, and he's going to go ahead and patrol right into my rat there. And so Ratty's going to go ahead and take that key. How they got it back to me is anyone's guess, but we'll go ahead and move over this way. We see that there's a triangle key that we're going to want from that thing over there. The square key that we've gotten will give us access to that. So we'll go over this way, and do we have enough room to make it? Probably not. So we're going to go ahead and try to go this way. If he spots us on the turnaround, then I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Anyway, we'll duck behind this table, grab this key off this guy's pocket, and head over this way. Like, you see what I mean? This is super satisfying. I mean, it's got the intensity of like your Metal Gears or your Dishonored's or anything like that, but it's got the chillness of an SRPG. It's nice. It's a very, very cozy experience. Anyway, we're going to quickly see that he's going to turn that way, so we're going to go this way. We're going to go ahead and activate this thing, and we're going to attempt to run out of his line of sight real quick. If he spots us, hopefully we can get to that guard in the bottom and go and grab that key before anything too serious happens. Anyway, we're going to run up here next, and we want to get access to that bag. Now, let's go take a second peek over here. Will anything happen if we activate this lever on his side? No. So we'll go ahead and activate it real quick, pick up this box, and then we'll move on from there. And as you can see, there's keys on both sides that we could be going and attempting to grab. But for the time being, we're just going to go about it this way. It seems like the timing worked out perfectly, so we're going to go in here, go and pickpocket this guy real quick, and head right back over in this direction. So now I've got those 3 keys. Go ahead and grab this. Always make sure to grab your stuff. I swear there was one bit in the previous one here where I was going through. I had gotten just to the very end and was like, wait a minute, why is there still a glowing icon over there? And I'd missed the most important thing. Needless to say, I felt pretty dumb. Anyway, let's see. This guy over here wants to get access to his favorite local lever over here so that he can free her, ideally. So she's going to head over this way, wait out by the door. Hopefully that guard over there with his feet on the spikes will be turning around and patrolling the other way. And that'll give us a little bit more wiggle room in this direction. And while she's doing that, we'll go ahead and quickly see if we can... do we want to start heading over that way? Kind of feel like we do. Well, we want to go clear out this room anyway. So he's going to go up here in case they need access to another lever. And she is seeing that this guy's pretty mad about something, apparently. So we'll go ahead and flashbang him real quick. So there we go. We'll throw this. With that flashbang, he's knocked out. Do we need that key? No. Interesting thing, though. If you grab a key and somebody needs that key to get out of their room, you can actually lock them out of rooms and stuff. They mentioned this early on over just one guy having the only key to the room that he's already in, and they're like, hey, so he probably needs that key to get out, huh? Yup. Like, this game's just good fun. I love it. Anyway, so let's see. That guy's just going to be running by real quick. I think we can just sneak behind him real quick, because the one on the opposite side should be, obviously, doing the opposite thing. So if we run here, he should be facing up. She should just barely be able to clear this door. Hopefully she'll be able to start working on pickpocketing that guy up top. There's a little window here that we can peek through, so she can go ahead and take a look at that one. So while she robs these two, on the right side, we're going to attempt to do something else. So, like, let's see. We know that at some point this guy's going to be patrolling back over here, so we can just go ahead and drop our little rat friend. He'll be right there. And, let's see. Do we want to go this way or the other way? I feel like we want to go here and then pull a lever. So she will not be in position to pull that lever just yet. Let's go ahead and go this way. Can't quite see what he's up to. We're going to go right here and hope that we're out of his vision cone. Yep, we're just barely out of it right now. Unfortunately, I might have to have him run back and pull that lever. Let's see, we got one secret over there, we got one that I missed, presumably over there, and I guess the last one's over there. Anyway, this is fine. So that guy's almost going to be getting up to our little ratty there. I'm going to activate this real quick. We can't quite get back there, but he's going to be killing an enraged enemy. Okay, apparently one of the guards was standing in the way of the door, and I smushed him. So, whoops. Sorry, buddy. Anyway, we'll go this way. And my hope is, yeah, that's actually going to be pretty solid there, I think, because he's facing the other way. We won't be able to flashbang him. The flashbang works based on what direction they're facing, so if they see it, it knocks him out, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. It makes sense. Just go with it. Alright, so, let's say... Huh. Why did our little ratty friend not rob this guy? I think it's because it's a repeat playthrough or something. Anyway, let's go smack him with a stick, I guess. That guy's about to patrol through the door, so we'll head over this way. It is actually possible that part of the reason that this information is missing is because every time you're caught while scouting, you lose a little bit of your scouting data. So your ghost forgets a little bit. It's fine, they're just a little bit forgetful, they're just slightly ghosty like that. Anyway, we head over that way. So if she goes forward, probably flashbangs him over by the door there. That should give him a little bit of something there. Anyway, go over here, grab this, and probably try to duck into this corner. I don't know for sure which way he'll be facing, but the reason that I think this is a good idea is because he'll hopefully just walk right past us. You kind of get a sense pretty quickly over what kind of corners you can potentially duck into to get a nice little safe spot, as it were. Alright, so yeah, they're over there investigating. If we close the door, that's going to be a bad idea. Let's go ahead and double check, do a little bit of scouting here. Oh. Okay, I was going to say there's a lever over there, there's that thing over there. That's going to affect some of these traps and things over in this direction, but I don't think we missed any loot over there. Alright, anyway, open up this, get this, and I have no idea if this is going to be the perfect run or not, but we'll find out. Anyway, let's go ahead and send both people back out through the front. I'm thinking we probably send him over this direction. Well, no, this guy's about to turn, so he would just get spotted there. Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay, that needs to be activated, presumably, to get the, whatever the last secret thing is. So the ghosts can actually activate certain areas by stepping on them. So, either way, he's going to wait right there. And we're going to have him hopefully run into a sneaky position, run forward, and then close the door behind him. Yeah, that's not ideal. Actually, this ends up working out a lot better all of a sudden. We do have one guy that's patrolling into us here, but hopefully we're going to be fine. In fact, come to think of it, I think we might be able to... We're going to rewind real quick. So, what I'm going to do is peek in here, grab this guy's key, and then hopefully he won't be able to follow us through. It might be considered unlocked for these purposes right now, but I'm not sure. I think if they've opened it before, it stays open for them. I don't know exactly how that works, but we'll find out. Anyway. Alright. Yep, there he is. Like, where'd my key go? Oh, I love that. Okay. So let's go over here. Yeah, that guy's alerted. What can we do about that? Let's see, that guy's just looking for his key. If we hide over here, this might cause a reset. Actually, it's definitely causing a reset because he's just immediately running towards us now. Out of curiosity, I wonder what'll happen if we have her set the explosive. So currently our main guy over there is being chased down, but he's hiding behind a statue, so he might just barely be able to sneak out of here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, these little sneaky, little corner moments are just, they feel very satisfying. Anyway, if that's the way that he has to go, that's the way he has to go. He's definitely gonna need help getting out of there. Alright, whatever, we'll figure that out. You go this way, see if you can figure out what's going on behind that wall, which I'd assume probably has like a hidden spot right here or something. Actually, there's another rune. Those would probably be the two secrets then. I missed him the first time through, but it does tell you exactly what everything does when you touch it. Alright, so she's not allowed to. For plot reasons, he has to be the one to activate it. And by that I mean, like, dude's got bomb trauma. He's technically the leader of the group and can't let anyone else touch anything explosive because he doesn't trust anybody with bombs. But I gotta say, though, the writing on this one's been really just nice to see. It's just been charming from top to bottom. There haven't been any moments yet, where it felt like it was, being preachy or anything along those lines, or it's just been satisfying, like top to bottom. It's just been a very satisfying experience. All right, let's see if we activate this real quick. Why don't we just smack you? All right, so we just smack that guy. We don't want to go there. Might be able to duck into here. And then she should be able to probably hide in this corner right here. Which, now that I think about it, we may not even need to do that. Actually, yeah, we don't even need the distraction. That's why it's optional. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna actually check into that right now. You'll see what I mean. I want to see what happens. Because she had, like, her flashbang here basically just means that that's completely optional. I would assume, are these shoot on sights? No, they're just in rage. Okay, so she waits for a moment. I want to see how this plays out. I mean, it does kind of have that Hitman thing where you sometimes just play around with stuff just to see how it'll play out differently. Okay. We go here. Activate. Go this way. You wait. That guard goes up to the corner. We have Mr. Elaj here go up and through the doors, and then we should be able to proceed, because you need two people to trigger the switches up there. So, to the door you go. Yeah, I feel like in many ways this is kind of what the Metal Gear Acid games were going for, and I feel like there were some other ones that I know that I'm missing the names of. Alright. Alright, she is gonna have to help here, so let's see. Can you flashbang through here? That actually worked. There we go. Fantastic. Now we go over this way. See how many turns she's got. Oh, her next flashbang is instant? Okay. Nice to know. Curious to see how this will play out. Now, out of curiosity, she... Oh, okay, never mind. Used them all up. It's because she only has a limited number of them. That's what happened. And actually, there was an item that I could use on the ghost that would allow for putting down more of those. By the way, so for example, you can put down a glyph that resets any abilities that have a use count. So it probably would have been on repeat playthroughs. This probably would have been a good time to go drop one of those right there. Anyway, kaboom. so he's going to hide over there. They have a hard time seeing around corners, so we're going to go over this way. And she's just going to wait. Or not. Would you like to rewind? Yes. That was a bit of a whoops. Okay, let's go ahead and have you wait over here then. And also, let's just have you run over this direction. There we go. Its definition of one turn is a little bit loose. It feels more like it cancels out your current turn and then goes back one turn, which is probably for the best, because usually that's around the point when you've made the mistake. So, either way, that feels appropriate. Now, as far as the map sizes go, even on these crazy long ones, like this one is even noted by the game as being a pretty friggin' long map. And as you can tell, it's just taken a few minutes to go and clear out. Like, you're basically doing a lot of stuff in a very short amount of time. It's a very condensed strategy game, which feels good. Alright, which way is he going? We got all the other guards that are currently pouring through. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go here. All three of them should duck through there. And hopefully not notice anything else. As they're going and sweeping and clearing with crossbows. Makes me want to see medieval Xenonauts or XCOM or something. Anyway, so they go clear on out that way, and then we just go ahead and hit some buttons. And for spoiler reasons, I don't want to exactly finish this actual map all the way, but this is basically how the maps go. And I do say spoiler reasons because honestly, I've been enjoying the plot here. It's got stuff. It's been setting up stuff. It's been paying off stuff. It's been very consistent with how the characters are handled and whatnot. I mean, it's good to see. It's really good to see. So yeah, as far as recommendations go, definitely would recommend this one if this is the kind of game that you like. It's definitely very well made. It's definitely a very cozy experience. And yeah, so if this looks like your jam, you know, it's like $15 or something. I mean, as far as stealth strategy games go, this is something that you really don't see that often / ever, and this one is very well made. I've been going and burning through it the entire weekend here. Clearly there's a pretty decent amount of levels going on here because I'm now, like I said, I've been going through the whole weekend here, just about a third of the way through apparently, and this includes just, you know, early tutorial type of stuff, so there's definitely a pretty decent amount of content here. The amount of polish has been really nice. I haven't seen any bugs or anything along those lines whatsoever. There's been a lot of attention to detail, and yeah, it's got charm for days. It absolutely got charm for days. So yeah, let me know. Let me know if this is the kind of thing that you're looking for. I know that I plan to do a full, proper review once it's all finished and whatnot, but like this is if you love these kind of like strategy puzzles like this, you're gonna absolutely love this one. I know it's been a very, very pleasant surprise for me. It's been exactly what I've been looking for. So yeah, right place, right time, and I'm really, really happy to have gotten a chance to try it out. Thank you again to Koi Snowman here for offering a chance to preview this. And so just so you know, I was originally planning to stream this today. I'm going to try to stream it tomorrow. One of my kiddos got sick, and so, you know, can't really dedicate a whole lot of time to it today. But the plan is to go and do a bit of a stream of this tomorrow, just kind of show off some more stuff. All right, so y'all have yourselves a good one. Thank you for stopping by. This was a very kind of snapshot preview here type of situation. Yeah, if this looks like your kind of thing, give it a try. These guys seem like good people. All right, take care. Bye.